Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we are plunging right into the shadows, the really deep shadows of Arcust. We're focusing on this operative, Starfaller, and what happens right after he finishes a job. Exhausted, but pulled right back in.
Exactly. And the source material we're looking at, it's fascinating. It's like this detailed breakdown of how a major criminal guild, the Grim Shadows, works. We're talking high-stakes politics, their internal economy, and the rules, the absolutely non-negotiable rules. Our mission today is really to unpack how they handle traitors, using Starfaller's situation as our lens.
Okay, and the starting point is key. He's just done, probably covered in grime, maybe blood, who knows. And boom, a young runner finds him, summoned by the Red Hand, the top leadership to headquarters, the Grave.
And that name tells you a lot, doesn't it? The Grave. It's described as this huge underground complex. You get the feeling it's cold, damp stone, the air thick with smells like burning oil, sweat, steel, and old blood. Grim.
Yeah, definitely designed to intimidate. It's not just a base, it's a statement.
Hmm.
So being summoned instantly by the Red Hand right after a mission, that signals something big is up. No rest for the wicked, I guess.
Not in this world. There's no downtime. The moment one contract ends, you're basically starting the clock on the next step. Which brings us to how the Grim Shadows operate.
Right, let's dig into that. The debt system.
Yeah.
It seems central to everything they do. It's not just, paying for supplies. It feels more like a chain.
It absolutely is. It's a psychological lock. Everything costs. Your tools, your training, even maybe the roof over your head. And the cost comes right off your earnings. So you're always indebted to the guild.
Which makes walking away difficult. Or impossible. Pretty much impossible, yeah. Betrayal isn't just dangerous physically. It's financial suicide, too. It's control, pure and simple, just framed as accounting.
Clever in a really dark way. Okay, so Starfaller needs gear for this new urgent task. Down to the workshops he goes. And we meet Duresh Bloodsworn, the quartermaster. And he's Fellborn. That sounds significant. Oh, very significant. Fellborn suggests a powerful lineage, maybe demonic or infernal ties. The description paints a picture, right? Curved black horns, crimson tail, sharp yellow eyes. His workshop smells like alchemy, molten metal, old scrolls, scorch marks everywhere. This isn't just a supply room.
Definitely not your average storekeeper, and Duresh is all business.
Completely. Starfaller needs equipment. Duresh confirms the cost is already deducted. No haggling. He provides 2 key items. First, an echo earring. Limited use communication magic. Only 6 uses.
6 uses, that's really tight. Why so few?
Strategy, keeps operatives focused. No wasted chatter. Use it when you absolutely have to. Resource management is key for the Grim Shadows.
Makes sense. But the main event, the really crucial piece of gear, is the Bloodhound Orb. Tell us about that.
The Bloodhound. It's described as a crimson orb pulsing with this rhythmic light. And here's the kicker. It's keyed directly to the target's essence, the target being Marin Vale.
Essence, so his life force, what does that mean practically?
It means it's way more than a tracker. It's metaphysically linked to him. As long as Marin Vale is breathing, that orb pulses and points the way. The moment he dies, the light goes out. Job done. No escape possible just by running or hiding. It guarantees the hunt ends one way.
That's chillingly effective.
Oh.
Okay, let's talk about the target. Marin Vale, he's not just some random mark. He was a Grim Shadow, and not just any shadow.
Right. He was handpicked by Starfaller himself, trained by him for the Black Ravens, their elite unit.
So why is Starfaller hunting his own protege? The source says Vale was dismissed. Too reckless, too eager, too quick to make the wrong call.
Which raises questions, doesn't it? If Starfaller's the master assassin, why pick someone like that for the Ravens? Was it misjudgment? Or did Vale change? Maybe his ambition just didn't align with the Grim Shadow's rigid discipline.
Whatever the reason, he crossed the ultimate line. He became a traitor.
And in the Grim Shadows, there are very few absolute rules, but betrayal, that's a death sentence. No exceptions.
And Vale didn't just run, he ran straight to the Grim Shadow's main rival.
Exactly. He sought sanctuary with the Silver Veil, which perfectly sets up the next part of this picture, the 2 major powers in Arcust.
Okay, so we've got the Grim Shadows, blood, steel, debt, brutal efficiency. What defines the Silver Veil? How are they different?
Completely different philosophy. The Silver Veil, or SV, they're all about secrecy, illusion, and control through information, not force. Think espionage, smuggling, forbidden magic, blackmail. They don't need to own the streets if they can own the secrets.
So they ruin you with a whisper, not a blade.
Pretty much. A rumor, a forged document, replacing someone important with an illusionist. They weave themselves into the city's fabric unseen. Their network is spies, silent killers who leave no trace, and these incredibly powerful illusionists. Imagine replacing a city council member. The chaos you could cause.
That's a terrifying thought. Their power is subtle, but maybe even more pervasive. What about their base?
Contrasting the grave, the SV operates from the Crystal Spire. A fortress, yes, but one of sorcery and shadow. Made of this glass-like stone, it looks light, maybe even beautiful, but it masks deep, dark magic.
And security isn't guys with swords at the door.
No, it's unseen sentinels, magical wards, curses layered thick. Getting in or out without permission is supposed to be impossible. Which tells you why Vale went there. It was a calculated risk. He must have had something incredibly valuable to offer them.
Information on the Grim Shadows, presumably. Deep intel.
Had to be. Something worth selling, as the source puts it. He was trading his knowledge, maybe his life, for the Vale's protection, however temporary, banking on their secrecy to shield him.
But even the Spire couldn't shield him from that bloodhound orb.
Nope. The Grim Shadows magic, while maybe less complex, is brutally direct. Starfaller follows the pulsing light, and it leads him to a ruined marketplace. Eastern side of Arcist. Described as a wasteland, crumbling buildings, total desolation.
The perfect place for an ambush.
And Vale was ready. Starfaller walks right into it. It's not just Vale waiting.
Who's with him?
3 Silver Vale operatives. A mage, noted by her sapphire hood, and 2 enforcers. Trained killers. The fact that Vale sent 3 skilled agents shows how much they valued whatever Vale brought them. This wasn't just a casual pickup.
So the trap is sprung. How does it go down?
The Vale strikes first, using their advantage.
Yeah.
Magic. The mage detects Starfaller. There's this description of an expanding wave of energy that literally wrenches Starfaller's shadows away, exposes him completely.
For an assassin who uses shadows, that's like ripping away his armor and weapon in one go.
Exactly. It should have been checkmate. But Starfaller, his reaction is instant, pure reflex and lethal precision. Before the mage can even think about a second spell, his shadow dagger finds her throat. One threat, down, immediately.
Wow. Speed kills.
What about the enforcers?
Now it's physical, close quarters. And Starfaller is just fluid, lethal. He takes out the first enforcer with this impossible upward thrust under the chin. The second blocks a strike, but Starfaller uses the momentum, breaks the guy's wrist, then another shadow dagger across the throat. It's over in seconds. 3 trained operatives gone. You can see why he has the reputation he does. Just ruthless efficiency.
Terrifyingly so. But just as the dust settles, the bloodhound orb flares again and points a new direction.
Wait, Vale wasn't with them.
He was running through the ambush site. He used his veil protectors as a distraction, a delay tactic. He was leading Starfaller deeper into a second trap, maybe, or just buying time.
Okay, so the hunt continues. Does Starfaller catch up?
He does, and this is where it gets personal. Vale is cornered, wounded, but he's defiant. He starts taunting Starfaller, calls him predictable, claims the Silver Veil showed him greater power.
Predictable. That must sting, coming from his former student.
Oh, yeah. But the real venom comes out when Vale brings up the past. He's bitter. Accuses Starfaller of holding him back, never promoting him to the Black Ravens, even though Vale believed he was better than half of them.
So it wasn't just recklessness. It was ambition, resentment, feeling overlooked. That fueled his betrayal.
Seems like it. A potent mix of perceived disrespect and maybe genuine belief in what the Vale or someone else offered him. It makes the whole thing more complex than just a simple traitor hunt.
How does Starfaller react to the taunts?
Minimal words. Ice-cold focus. He basically dismisses the history. The only thing that matters now is the rule Vale broke, traitor. The final fight is brief. Inevitable, really. Starfaller is just on another level.
So Vale is defeated. End of story.
Not quite. This is where everything changes. Vale, dying, cough blood. He starts laughing. And he tells Starfaller the Silver Veil is just the beginning.
Just the beginning. What does that mean?
He delivers this chilling line, almost a prophecy. The door will open, fool. I want to be on the winning side. There are thousands of us.
Thousands. Thousands of who? Not Silver Veil agents, surely.
That's the terrifying implication. It's not about the Veil versus the Shadows anymore. Vale wasn't just betting on the Veil. He was betting on some other, much larger force. A force numbered in the thousands, apparently poised to make a big move to open a door. He died believing this was the real power shift coming to Arcist.
Okay, wow. That completely reframes the entire mission. The contract is done, technically.
Right. The Bloodhound orb goes dark, Vale is dead, mission accomplished by Grim Shadow standards. But Starfaller feels it. That sense that the job isn't really finished. The source mentions a strange, lingering presence of something else. Vale wasn't the disease, he was just a symptom.
And this feeling is confirmed when he reports back.
Immediately. He meets Ratcatcher, his usual contact, just before dawn. And Ratcatcher, who's normally described as smirking and confident. He's different, quiet,
What?
serious. The mood at the top of the Grim Shadows has clearly shifted. They know something's wrong.
What does Ratcatcher say?
He drops the other shoe. He tells Starfaller, "Some of my people went missing in the south, near the old graveyard." He says the area's always been rough, but this is different. Something feels off. People are just vanishing.
Vanishing near an old graveyard. Connect that to Vale's thousands and the door opening.
Exactly. It lines up too perfectly to be a coincidence. The traitor hunt seems like it was almost a distraction, or maybe the first ripple. The Glim Shadows and the Silver Veil, focused on each other, might be completely unprepared for a third player entering the game, a massive, unknown player.
So Arcest is facing this emergence of a new power, something that can turn loyal assassins and make people disappear without a trace.
Yeah, the established order is being threatened, the Grim Shadows with their brutal rules and debts, the Silver Veil with their illusions and secrets, both might be out of their depth. Vale's death wasn't an ending, it was an alarm bell for a much larger conflict brewing just out of sight.
We're left with this picture of Arcest teetering on the brink. Two powerful guilds suddenly realizing they might not be the biggest predators in the shadows anymore.
And the most dangerous thing now is what they don't know. In a city built on secrets and lies, ignorance is lethal. Their old methods, transparency versus opacity, might not matter against this new whatever it is.
So here's something to chew on. Marin Vale. A skilled killer, trained by the best, he chose guaranteed death, he betrayed absolute loyalty, ran to a rival he likely knew couldn't fully protect him. Why? What could possibly be worth that? What winning side with thousands did he think he saw coming through that door? What knowledge was worth not just his life, but dying with that warning on his lips? Makes you think, doesn't it?